everyone, welcome to Prime S4 S4HANA Public Cloud video series. Today we will start with a quick introduction to the new series and then jumpstart straight into our first demo, scope item 31Q, sales order processing with sales kits. I am Bimal Shubhakumar, SAP Practice Head at Prime S4, based out of Texas, US, and I am accompanied by Swathi. She is based out of India. So in S4HANA Public Cloud is SAP's SaaS option available, which is over and above the offering such as on-premise and private cloud. In general, SaaS or public cloud edition of S4HANA has high standardization and less flexibility to configure and or modify. System complexity and implementation size are considerations that we need to keep in mind when we consider public cloud edition. So typically it is meant for low complexity implementations. Small to medium sized companies can consider S4HANA public cloud, where the requirements are less complex and customization required is minimal. And S4HANA Public Cloud has two major releases as of now, Feb and August, and small fixes are released in between. And systems are upgraded automatically during this release cycle, so companies need not run a separate upgrade program to upgrade their systems. Interestingly, some of the new features are first released in public cloud before it is released in on-premise or private version edition. So this demo series we are starting because it is important to keep track of these features and in public cloud and frequently monitor the roadmap so that companies can evaluate the solution for their business requirements. This video series will showcase some of the essential solution and important processes that can be achieved in S4HANA public cloud. Since SAP has detailed documentation, we may not go into details of everything. We will just focus on some major areas just to showcase the potential of the solution. We will cover a wide range of topics, unlike other series that we have, which is more focused on supply chain. Here we will focus on sales, procurement, supply chain, and finance. We expect these videos will provide valuable insights and practical tips to enhance the SAP operations. So today's demo is on sales order processing with sales kit. It highlights how sales kits are structured and priced and processed end-to-end in public cloud environment. So in today's demo, we will showcase 4 different variants. One is where the pricing and logistics or the inventory is managed at the main item level or the header level. And there are scenarios where pricing and inventory is managed at the item level, which is the LUMF scenario we talk about. And then the pricing is at header and inventory is at item, then pricing is at item and inventory is at header. So all 4 combinations we will be showing. So we'll create 4 different types of sales orders in which all these are maintained. And then we'll create delivery. We'll pick as per the scenario. Certain scenarios we pick at the header, or when I say header, it is the main item, and or certain scenarios we'll pick it up at the sub items. And then we post a goods issue, and we'll also check the inventory change in the system, and then we create a billing, and in the billing also we show whether the pricing is at the main item or the sub item. So this will be a longer video, and because we have to show all these different scenarios. And support of sales kit with pricing is one of the business benefits because many customers do this. And pricing is also can be done in a flexible way. So that is another business benefit. And this actually works with other scope items as an integration, for example, transportation or warehousing and production. So that is what we are going to show today. Over to you, Swathi. Swathi, you can show the demo in the system.
In this video, we are going to discuss about sales order processing for sales kit in public cloud. First case is ERLA, where pricing and inventory are performed at main item. First step is to create a bill of material for ERLA header material, bill of material app, where we will add ERLA sub items, the components tab, and give the quantity. Now next step is post the stock for this ERLA materials in Migo. Since I have already posted the stock for this material, I am checking this stocks in MMBE. First, I'm checking for ERLA header material. Second, I'm checking for sub item 1. Third, I'm checking for sub item 2. Now, next step is creating a sales order. Now, enter the ERLA header material. Enter the order quantity. Now, bill of material explodes and sub item will be added in the ratio of 3:5. For ERLA header material, the item category is TAQ, and for ERLA item materials, the item category is TAE. Since it is ERLA, the pricing is only performed at main item. Now save the sales order. Go to picking tab. Give the pick quantity for main item. Why? Because inventory is performed at only for main item, so picking is only done for main item. And now do PGI. Next step is create billing document. Click the preview of the billing document. In the billing document, we can see that pricing is performed only for main item, which is 100 USD into 10 pieces, which is 1000 USD. Pricing was not performed for sub items, and additionally, tax was applied on the net amount. So total amount is 1044.5 USD. Now we will check the inventory for all the materials. Go to MMBE. For ERLA, inventory is only performed for main item. So the stock should be reduced to 10 pieces. So before the sales order creation, the stock was 941. But after doing picking and PGI, the stock was reduced to 931. Now we will check for sub item. Before sales order creation, it was 2000, and after delivery we haven't done picking for sub item, so the stock remains same for sub item. And similarly, for sub item 2 also, no inventory was performed, the stock remains same. Now the second level is LUMF. For LUMF header material, we have created bill of material and added LUMF sub-items in the components tab in the ratio of 3:5. Now we will check this stock for these materials in MMBE. First for header material, 1015. Now for sub-item, this is 955. And 905. Now the next step is creating the sales order. Now enter the LUMF header material. Enter the order quantity. Now bill of material explodes and sub-items will be added in the ratio of 3:5. So for LUMF header material, item category is TAP, and for sub-items the item category are TAN. Since it is LUMF level, pricing performed only for sub-items. Now save the sales order. Now the next step is create delivery. Go to picking tab and do picking for sub-items. And do PGI. Now next step is create billing document. Save the billing document. Click on preview. So in the billing document, pricing was performed only for sub-items, which is 30 USD into 30 pieces, which is equal to 900 USD. And for sub-item 2, 20 USD multiplied with 50 pieces, which equals to 1000 USD. And the net amount is 1900 USD. Additionally, tax of 4.45% on 1900 USD, which equals to 84.555. Now total amounts to 1984.55 USD. Now we will check the stock for LUMF materials. So for header material, the stock remains same. For sub-item 1, the stock was reduced to 30 pieces. For sub-item 2, the stock was reduced to 50 pieces. Now the third level, which is CPFH, go to Bill of Material app, check for CPFH header material. So for CPFH header material, add the sub items in this components tab. The ratio of 3:5. Now we will check the stock for the CPFH materials. Now the next step is creating the sales order. Now enter the CPFH header material. Enter the order quantity. Now B material explodes and sub items gets added in the ratio of 3:5. For CPFH header material, the item category is CPHD, and for sub items, the item category is CBLI. So for CPFH, pricing is only performed for main item. Save the sales order. Now create delivery. Go to picking tab. Picking was done for only sub items. Do PGI. Now create billing document. Save the billing document. Click on preview. So in the billing document, we can see pricing was performed only for main item, which is 247.59 USD into 10 pieces, which equals to 2475.90 USD, and pricing was not performed for sub items. So the total net amount is 2475.90 USD. Additionally, a tax of 4.45% on 2475.90, which equals to 110.18 USD. Total amount is 2586.08 USD. Now we will check stock for this CPFH materials. For header material, there is no change in stock. Now we'll check for item materials. For item materials, the stock gets reduced to 30 pieces. For sub item 2, the stock gets reduced to 50 pieces. Now the fourth level, which is dish. Open this dish header material and bill of material. So for dish header material, add this sub items in the components tab in the ratio of 3:5. Now we will check this stock for this dish materials in MMBE. For header material, it's 990. For sub item, it is 1021. For second item material, 1035. Now the next step is create a sales order. Now enter the dish header material. So bomb explodes and the sub items will split in the ratio of 3:5. For dish level, the pricing is performed only for sub items. Now save the sales order. Now create delivery. Go to picking tab. So picking is done only for main item. Now do PGI. The next step is create billing document. Save the billing document. Now click preview. The billing document pricing is only performed for sub items. For first sub item, so 123.79 USD multiplied 30 pieces, which equal to 3713.70 USD. And for sub item 2, 123.79 USD multiplied with 50 pieces, which equal to 6189.50 USD. Total net amount is 9903.2 USD. Additionally, tax of 4.45% on 9903.20 USD, which equals to 450.69 USD. The total amount 10,343.89 USD. Now we will check stock for dish materials in MMBE. And for dish header material, inventory was performed on the header material, so the stock was reduced to 10 pieces. Now we will check for item material. Since inventory was not performed for sub items, so the stock remains same. For sub item 2, no inventory was performed and the stock remains same. So this is the end of the sales order processing for sales kit scenario. Thank you all.